So it looks like the cartoon stands won. It looks like Jorge Gutierrez has been bullied out of the Amazon AI program. Now, it's not just cartoon stands that were attacking him when it was announced he was going to be doing a series for Amazon. It was also his peers. His peers kind of dogpiled him. We had Del Toro was going after him. A bunch of other animators were going after him. So I think this lasted about, what, a day?
I don't know how long it was announced just the other day, was it? I don't know how long it was.
A day and a half, maybe, and then he had to make a statement that he's going to promise to do better. I mean, he's apologizing like he was accused of sexual assault or something. And all the guy did was take a deal. Like, look, you don't have to agree with AI, but the guy took a deal, eyes open, I guarantee you, thinking it was exciting to be part of this program, and his peers vehemently disagreed. His fans vehemently disagreed, and I'm sure he probably got a call from the union too.
But it doesn't matter because somebody else is going to fill the spot.
Somebody else is going to fill the spot.
And that's what I don't understand. It's like, I get it. I don't like AI either. I think as a tool, okay, yes, but it's going past that. But what happens is if you guys aren't going to do it, they'll just go find somebody else who will do it or send it overseas to somebody who will do it. And it doesn't mean your jobs are safe. It just means that they'll just, at least if you get one of you in there, you still might be able to make sure some of you get jobs. If they send it overseas, none of you are going to have jobs. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they think is going on with Disney, is they're trying to make sure that they actually have a human component. And that's what people don't understand about AI and the way he was talking, which is why I was actually kind of excited somebody like him was going to be using AI, is he's like, look, humans are very, very much involved in this. We're just using AI as a tool to see our vision through to completion, kind of like CGI, kind of like a pencil, kind of like any other tool. It's not just like, banging away at prompts and it just comes up with whatever nonsense, Sora would generate. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about kind of the next level of using AI, integrating it into the workflow. And it was exciting to have a guy of his caliber, an animator of his caliber, sign on to experiment, and they shut him down within a day.
You say exciting, they say scary.
I think it's, as a creative myself, I think it's exciting. I think I do understand. I fully understand that some people are not going to have jobs. You're not going to need like in-betweeners anymore.
That's going to happen no matter what. It's already happening.
It's going to happen no matter what. I think, honestly, the best thing creatives could do at this point is stake a claim and show why you need to work with the technology.
Well, you're not allowed to. The hive mind won't allow it. I don't like AI. I'm going to say straight up. So, I get why people are mad about it. But I also think bullying somebody else who knows probably what they're doing isn't the right way to go about it either. I'm sure I got all my night letters and all that shit. It'd be a real shame.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened. People were putting him on blast. We'll look at some of the responses here on Blue Sky. But
Blue Sky. Oh,
yeah. Well, it was on X too.
Wonderful.
It was on Instagram. It was on Reddit. Basically, the animation community is absolutely terrified, a lot of them, of AI. And I really do think that there are a lot of very talented people who are like, God, I would love to try this out. I'd love to see if I can make this thing sing, but you're not allowed to, because
that's why that one chick was like, they're going to do it anyway with the cupcake thing, but she was trying to stop it because, I don't want anything to do with it. And that's just it. They're so afraid of it.
Are they afraid of the technology, or are they afraid of their peers?
See, that's what I don't know. And that's what I'm like, you keep one person down, I guarantee you there's like 100 other people that are running behind him trying to get that spot now too. So it's not going to stop it. It's still going to happen. You just took it away from him. At least with him, he was going to make sure he tried to get as many, real people in there as possible.
Yeah.
Somebody else might not do that.
Yeah, let's be careful what you wish for, because what's going to happen, I think personally, is these companies are going to move ahead with AI regardless. And what they'll do is they will get untalented corporate type people in there who
or those go overseas.
Or they'll just go overseas. And that you won't get the quality that you could have gotten. You're getting AI whether or not you like it. That is the truth. Because animation is so expensive, it's going to be used. It is going to be used. I guarantee you, all the people applying for jobs at the studios now, they're probably asking them what they think of AI, because they're trying to determine whether or not they're going to be on board with using it. And again, when I talk about using AI as a tool, I'll be very clear. I'm not talking about just replacing everybody. I'm talking about using it as a tool to help talented, creative people do more with less resources, do things more efficiently. I'm not talking about replacing everybody. Now, will that replace a lot of people like the grunt workers? Yeah, it's going to. Entry level people? Yeah, probably. But how much more cool stuff could we potentially get if we have pockets of teams of people, maybe 5 or 10 people doing the work of what used to take 100 people, and they're getting these movies out there we never would have seen otherwise.
But they're seeing it as, oh, if we reject it and push back, then we'll all have work. And it's like, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
No matter what you do. I mean, it's not going to happen. So yeah, anyway, they bullied him into pulling it out.
So we're going to talk about this before we get into it any further. Before we get into it any further, before we have to pull out, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You will get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
This is, no, if you pull out, you won't. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello. I didn't think what I was saying.
That's okay. This is CLOWNFISH TV, and if you would like more of us, go to more.clownfishtv.com. That's moreclownfishtv.com. For more CLOWNFISH TV for podcasts and episodes you will not find anywhere else. And also check out the audio version of CLOWNFISH TV wherever you find podcasts, including iTunes and Spotify, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so let's talk about this. The Hollywood Reporter is covering it. The AV Club is covering it with this headline. Director Jorge Gutierrez becomes inaugural dropout from Amazon's inaugural AI series. I wondered, because everybody's like, no, not Gutierrez. How could he? How can he betray us like that?
But you know what? It doesn't matter that you stepped out and said, oh, I understand now. You're always going to be the bad guy because you did it at all. Like, no matter what apologies you make, it won't be enough. So you're just, stepping out to appease these people who are never going to probably stop about you that you did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and they were upset because he is a notable director. He worked on Book of Life, Maya and the Three. He's done a lot, and he was going to do this Punky Duck series, and he seemed really excited about it. Like, you can't tell me he didn't go into this eyes wide open, because he knows how his peers feel about AI, right? But now he's apologizing like he's a sex pest or something, which is so wild. I mean, this is up there with the NFT thing. Remember the NFT thing? Does anybody remember NFTs?
Yep.
You weren't allowed to go anywhere near NFTs. People were quitting Kickstarter. They were leaving Kickstarter because Kickstarter was kicking around the idea of using blockchain technology, not necessarily NFTs, but blockchain technology. Now nobody talks about NFTs.
I knew that was going to happen. I never got into any of that stuff because I knew that was going to happen.
So this comes from the Hollywood Reporter. Director Jorge Gutierrez drops out of generative AI series for Amazon. My sincerest apology to those I upset. I promise to do better moving forward, the Maya and the Three filmmaker wrote on social media. Come on, dude. Here's his post. But we'll look at some of these comments here on Instagram. I will not be making a Punky Duck series. Actions speak louder than words. My intent was to showcase artists, both new and seasoned, both inside and outside the studios, driving this new tech. And again, I think this is what we need to see happen, because if we don't have seasoned animation people adopting this technology, seasoned creators, they will just go find whoever, because it's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
him coming in is going to bring people, artists and stuff with him to get jobs and use it as a tool. You're going to probably now get somebody who's going to be like, F you, I'll do it cheaper, and I'll get to keep more money, and I'll just do everything with AI.
Yeah, because it's coming either way. So what could have happened is he could have shown people the right way to use AI, which is using it as a tool and not using it to necessarily replace everybody, and show the studios that the results with talented people driving the bus, right? You get much better results with a talented artist using these tools. But what's going to happen is we're going to get, again, people that are not creative, people that are just cheap, whatever.
Right.
And that's
they were gonna rising tide. He was gonna bring a bunch with him. Now he's not doing it. So the next person probably won't bring you with him.
Nope.
So There you go. Shot yourself in the foot.
Honestly,
it's not going away. It's not going away.
Yeah, and the reason he made such a big announcement about it was probably he thought he was maybe doing the right thing. Like let's show him what a real artist can do with AI. And now the next person that does is just going to cut, take that check, cash that check in secret, cut a deal secretly. And, oh yeah, whoopsie doopsie. I guess that thing dropped and I, take my name off it, but I'll cash that check. He said, my sincerest apology to those I upset. I promise to do better moving forward. Thank you for your patience with me. I will try harder. Come on. Billy and Mandy would be proud.
Billy and Mandy be proud? Well, you bullied the shit out of that guy for mentioning our names for having valid points.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. So the animation scene, it's not even, I don't even know if it's the people working in animation, because the majority of people we talk to, they agree with us mostly about things. Maybe, a couple things here and there, but they're like, look, the animation industry is not in a good place right now. People are losing their jobs. We're seeing, these animators auction off their entire lives, work, stuff that they've accumulated in their studios just to pay the bills. And if they even mention us at all, people get all pissy. But the people getting pissy aren't the people working in the animation industry.
Well, some of them are.
Some of them are. But most of the people getting pissy, they're either like 22-year-old fresh out of college, or they're stans who think someday they're going to work in animation, even though they don't have any experience whatsoever other than watching cartoons. And these people get so pissy. But those are the people that dogpiled him. But also, there's some subtweeting from Del Toro. He was apparently going after him too. This is on Blue Sky. Guillermo Del Toro absolutely roasting Gutierrez with subtweets over on X Twitter. I can't even imagine. I hope the money was worth it. So Del Toro said, we're working hard on Buried Giant. We have a lot of experimentation ahead, but this entire community never gives up, never abandons its faith. Made by humans for humans. Whomever joins this adventure is doing the animation god's work.
Okay, but he said he was going to mostly use humans for this too. It was just like, to speed up some productions and stuff.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, that's great until they tell him at some point in time, like Netflix. I mean, he's Del Toro. What are you going to tell him? But Netflix might be like, you know what? The stop motion animation shit, that's really expensive. Couldn't we just use AI? Could you?
I love the stop motion animation.
Oh, I love it too. But
I mean, I love that stuff. I'm not gonna lie. That stuff. It was funny because our son, since he was little, would get the camera and or the phone or whatever and make his own stop motion videos out of Legos or toys he had or whatever he had on hand. So when he was in high school, they had a project and they wanted him to make like a stop motion. People didn't know what that was. Like he did it, and then they had to use his as an example because no one else knew what the hell they were talking about.
Oh man, I hate to say it, but F Jorge Gutierrez, Del Toro shading him is exactly the type of petty I'm here for. So people love this.
Yeah, but who are these people though? Are any of these people like actual animation people, or are they just like
looky-loos?
Yeah.
I don't know. Bay Area comic book artist writer.
That doesn't mean shit. Do you actually do something that people read?
Animation color designer. Okay, so
animation color designer. So color designer, that ranks up there with storyboard artist.
Okay, so these are the people. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, and I'm not trying to be a dick. The people that will keep their jobs should this move forward, and it will move forward because literally all the studios are looking into it. They're just not saying much because they don't want to deal with assholes on Blue Sky, right? The people that will keep their job will be the Gutierrez level creators who will handpick a small team to work with them on projects. The people who will lose their jobs will be the color designers because they're not going to be as necessary as they used to be, right?
No, that's why they're screaming so hard.
That's why they're angry. That's why they're mad. Very disappointed is Blue Sky. Oh man, I thought he actually cared about artists and art. The first thing he said was he was going to bring some artists over to work on this with him. And he made a big point of saying, we're working with AI. We're not having AI replace people. We're using it as a tool.
I get not liking the AI stuff. I get it. I totally get it. That being said, they're not going to not do it. It's not going to stop it. Like you having a hissy fit and get one person to withdraw isn't going to do anything other than leave an opening for somebody else to come in who may or may not have your interest at heart as much as he did. So,
Michael Bay's coming in.
It's not going to go away. It's like when originally when CGI came out, people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing!" But they were also very, very worried about it. Oh, this is going to put us all out of jobs. This is going to put us all out of jobs. Now it didn't. It just changed things. But it did put a lot of people out of jobs. It did put some people out of jobs because they didn't need you anymore.
No.
And it is what it is. Every time there's a jump, and now it was the just industry standard, but every time there's a jump, this is what happens, and it sucks. But they weren't going to stop if it was going to save the company's money. They're not going to stop. So all they're going to do is just team up with other people who are willing to do it. And they may or may not be in this country. They may or may not need other people that they want to bring with them. At least if it was someone like him, he was going to try to employ a bunch of you. And now you might have lost those chances for jobs. And screaming about it and like bullying people until they lose gigs or cancel gigs isn't going to win you favors with the studios and stuff either. They look at who was complaining. Don't hire those people. This cost us a bunch of money. You're just actually shooting yourself in the foot. I'm not saying you should take it and lay down and not say anything. I'm not saying that. But I'm also saying the reality is the reality, whether you like it or not.
Oh man. So I'm looking at some of these tweets though. This one, I do remember him saying that just a couple of days ago. He said, yeah, he was experimenting with AI and he said, yeah, it's like having sex and then they just hand you the baby. During his appearance at the AI on the Lot convention. The guy went to an AI convention. He's making all these comments about how great AI is. He takes the check from Amazon and then a day after it's announced, he gets bullied by animation, Twitter, Blue Sky.
And they're not going to stop because he gave them what they wanted, and they know they can bully him. So now it's always going to be you know your place. Get to the back of the line. You will be apologizing to the day you die because any opportunity, crabs in a bucket, any opportunity to take people down.
Yes, and that's the thing. He will never be welcomed with open arms again by these people. They're already calling him the Benedict Arnold of animation. You know what? At that point, you have to make a decision. Like, do I care what my peers think? Do I care what the randos on social media thinks? Or do I care about actually seeing what's possible and trying to make sure I stake a claim for my own future, my family's future? And, Walt Disney didn't give a shit what his competitors thought about him. Everybody was his competition. I mean, he was. I mean, for all this, like, oh, Uncle Walt, he was such a nice guy. No, that motherfucker was bloodthirsty, man. He was like, I will bury you, and that's how you're gonna have to be. And these people, they don't have what it takes. They don't have what it takes. They want to work in groups, and they want to be, they all want to be part of the clique and the family and the community. And I'm like, in business, there is no family, there is no community.
I'm just saying,
every rat for themselves.
I get where they're coming. I get where they're coming from, but I also think you just done shot yourself in the foot.
He absolutely did. Apologizing.
Not him. I think all of them did.
Oh, they all did.
Dogpiling him when he was trying to get in there and show it can be done with assistance, but as a tool, but with help from a lot of other people. They're just going to find somebody who's like, I don't, because now the whole community's problematic. You cost them this deal. So do you think they're going to hire you now to do stuff? No.
I can almost guarantee you the studios that are going to be working with AI or are thinking about working with AI are taking notes of who's going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. And some of those people are going to find themselves suddenly get laid off because they're downsizing. And then, oh, look, a month after we laid a bunch of people off who just happened to conveniently complain about AI, we're going to hire a bunch of people because we have a new project in the works and it's going to be using AI. They're taking notes. I guarantee you they're taking notes. Now, I can tell you, there are a lot of people who work in the animation and comic book industries and the creative industries who are very excited about AI. They're just not saying shit about it because they know this is going to happen.
Well, it'd be funny. Look, how they get to find us all. They'll probably use an AI search. What animators are out there complaining about AI? And it could be wrong, but you have a much shorter list to go search through to see if it was true or not. I'm just saying, it is what it is.
These people are so crazy that they were beyond the AI witch hunts, these are people who aren't even using AI, and they're trying to say they're using AI, trying to use AI detectors, which can be wrong.
It's not even. Yeah, they're not even doing anything wrong. Yeah.
But we had one of the science fiction conventions a couple of years ago. They simply used AI just to filter email lists. That's it. And that's actually built right into like Gmail right now and built into Microsoft. They used it for something simple like that. They weren't generating anything with it. They were just sorting their email list. Well, the word got out. They used AI. And I'm like, hey, dumbasses, did you get on the internet today?
Yeah, I know, right? Are you using social media? Are you on Blue Sky?
Your Blue Sky? Oh yeah, Blue Sky announced they were going to do some AI stuff. I guarantee you almost every single platform you are on, every single email application, every social media, whatever. If you're on the internet bitching about AI, you're using AI now.
Are you using Google?
Exactly. What are you going to do? Just like, I mean, look, I think Google's gone batshit crazy, but like, and I understand people don't like it. I get it, but I'm also like, you're not living in reality. I mean, short of just shutting down the internet, shutting it off, and living in the woods and going buying yourself some pastels or something to draw on paper for nobody because nobody's gonna be able to find you. I don't know what to tell you. It's here, right? It's fucking here. There is no like, well, if we just hold our breath and turn blue, it'll go away and they'll decide it's a bad idea. Bitch, they have spent millions and millions of dollars. They're not going to back down. They might say, hey, we need to rethink our approach a little bit, but they're never going to get rid of it.
Money they will, but so far they haven't.
They'll still use it. They'll still use it. They'll use it in a diminished capacity, but it's not going away. And this guy, from what it sounds like to me, he wanted to find a way to work with it to show what is possible so everybody doesn't lose their jobs.
No, how dare you?
How dare you?
Line for a lost cause. Anyway, yeah, so it is what it is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, but you don't get to bitch about AI when you are literally on the internet bitching about AI. You're on social media using AI. Right and left to bitch about AI. You're using Google to search for shit to complain about him using AI.
I know, right? They're probably doing search like, let's find all the tweets from Jorge Gutierrez. Oh, look, the AI search results just gave me, oh, I'm going to bitch about him now. I'm going to use AI to compose the best tweet ever to roast this guy over AI. I'm like, come on.
Well, no, most of them can't even do basic grammar, so I don't think they're using AI.
It's like, are you watching this video on YouTube? Guess what? You're using AI. I mean, I hate to be, I'm just putting it out there. So anyway, we got to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.